Hello and welcome back to my walkthrough to Final Fantasy 15. In the last episode, we arrived here in Lestallum, I believe, and we started a whole bunch of new quests all around the Lestallum area. And we're not. Well, we are going to
folk here are real friendly.
take care of a few of them.
Takes some getting used to. You draw more attention here than you do at home.
So, the plan's going forwards. At least for this episode.
They've got cup noodles outside the city. All right.
Might be worth investing in a few servings in the event our pantry runs bare.
Well, put it on the list.
There you go, the infamous cup noodle branding associated with it. So, the issue that we have at the moment is that it is very late, which means that soon it's going to be impossible really for us to maneuver anywhere aside from using chocobos. And so, what I'm going to do, just to start off with, is to head over to a nearby haven and just to spend the night. But now that I realise, what we could also do is, because we're heading this way, we can actually deal with... So, we're aiming for Narcy Haven, which is down below us. But this is kind of along the way. It's not really, but it's rare that we ever come this way anyway. And what I want to do is... keep an eye out for one of our quests that we have. So I'm actually going to
Everybody
hop
out.
There they are. Perfect timing.
Should be a nice change of pace.
Almost like it was planned. So yeah, so we're here, and what we're going to be doing is just heading over and dealing with some hunts. So we've got some Saberclaws at level 12, so these shouldn't really prove too much problem. Weak to ice, strong against fire. So let's... should hopefully have an ice spell. We do indeed.
Last thing I need now. Eyes peeled, mouth closed. Get back!
Quick and easy.
Close it out, Gladio. Gladio!
How are we?
Getting by. No one Mr. Nice Guy! Nice work, Gladio. Never fear, Grotto's here.
You're on fire today.
What can I say? Time for horseplay! Didn't mean to do that.
Where'd you learn that one, Noct?
There we go. Okay, so obviously our magic there was immensely useful in dealing huge amounts of damage to those guys, which is exactly what it's here for. Okay, so having done that, and Arbor level 28 that are aggressive to us. That's interesting.
Watch your right.
Got it.
Okay, so we've got some aggressive wildlife, which we don't usually see too often.
Time to go. Everybody out.
Whoops. Didn't quite mean to get out there.
Nice weather.
we'll see how far we can go just in the regalia.
Knocked. The roads are perilous at night. We'd best head back into town.
I'll take the wheel from here.
So be it. I only ask you keep the recklessness to a minimum.
Okay, so...
Ready? Let's hit it. Woo!
So yeah, so pretty much, I'm not expecting us to get particularly far with this, but we should at least be able to travel a little further with the relative speed of the vehicle compared to us walking around. So yeah, so we're aiming for a nearby haven. As soon as we stop there, we'll be able to obviously have Ignis cook us a meal, just sort of be prepared for the next day or so, because I think what we might do is we might just commit to the main storyline for a bit and actually try and clear out a bunch of stuff. Because we haven't really done that for a little while, and I think it makes sense.
Everybody out.
Aye, aye.
So we'll stop here, because stopping at these various parking spots then allows us to fast travel to them with the car, should we then want to. It shouldn't be too far for us to get to where we're looking to go. So we just... Whoops. We'll just mark there on our map. There's also a treasure spot straight down. Anything of interest? Doesn't look like it. Okay, that sounds like demons.
Say your prayers.
Okay, so some new ingredients. Do we have these before? Could assume that we already had some bird beast eggs beforehand. So yeah, stay at the haven, and then sort of head up north. As I said, try and make some progress that way.
How many times?
Enough talk. Time for some action. It's time.
But we might as well see what's waiting for us in the crater. We get a power shield. Okay, so I don't know if that was... Is that any... Ooh, it's very good. Okay. We might as well equip it if it's going to be that effective. So it doesn't look like there's anything else particularly around this area. So we'll just head over to the to the haven that's just ahead that overlooks Lestallum, well, underlooks Lestallum, I guess. And then I guess like I said, we'll focus on the main story. And by which I mean we'll head in the direction of the main story and probably do as many of the side missions that are along the way as we can, of which there will be a bunch. There's one more energy deposit.
Man, that hurts.
Another headache.
This is not normal.
So if Nocta's complaining about these headaches, which again is obviously story related.
Made it.
Okay, let's camp. So we want to just camp.
Camping sucks when it rains.
Less whining, more working.
Okay, so which one of these do we want to take? We can see that we've now got Ignis's repertoire continues to increase as we go through, and I think that we will go for. Just looking for one that we've got a fair amount of. I can't remember if we've had the toasted rice balls or not, so we'll leave that for now. Let's have this spicy longbone rib steak. So you can see that when it is raining, the guys sort of hunker down in the camps as opposed to everyone hanging out outside. We don't really get to see the recipe, although Ignis gains a new recipe now. So we've got Vive, we've got Iris, some driving. There won't be too much today because we haven't really done too much today. So next. Okay, so
Good to go. Just about awake.
we can see that Prompto now has a small buff associated, as they just mentioned, because he ate his favourite food. He now has the buff, which we can see down by his, obviously on his character notice there, the little green, almost looks like a spacebar sort of symbol there. Now, are these guys going to be aggressive to us? So I think these are also Arbor.
Day.
Indeed.
Yes, they are. Interesting. They were level 28, which is quite high. What level am I? 26. It'd probably be a bit of a pain to battle at this point, although we do actually have buffs for the first time in a while, which is quite nice. I guess it's you know, it's further illustrating the progression that you're making as you head further west from Lead. So in Lead, where pretty much all of the local wildlife are very, very tame, and now we're here. Well, we're willing to be attacked, or get attacked by these guys. Okay, so what I had forgotten, and actually it's a good thing I didn't forget, is that we do still actually need to do the pilgrimage side quest for Ignis.
I am not into wildlife. More of a pet.
What do we have? Oh, just
Stop bitching, start killing.
Get back.
You're on fire today.
No big deal. wasn't the worst for wear.
Bring on the next one.
We get another beautiful bottle. Again, probably, almost certainly at least, a synthesis material that you can use to buff your spells. So yeah, so the first thing we're going to do is do Pilgrimage for Ignis, and the reason we want to do that is because it is only available in Chapter 3. So if we don't do it,
Time to go.
we're sacrificing that particular quest, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to head south from here, and then head down towards the disc, and see how we go.
So Noct, I've been taking pics at whatever catches my eye, but what do you want to see?
Me, I guess?
No prob. Leave it to me.
What? No, I was kidding.
So yeah, you can have these. Obviously, Prompter gives you little options there to. There's someone who needs help. Is that just a broken down car? Looks like just a broken down car. Okay. Worth checking nonetheless. Realize that we should have the music going. Where's the music gone? Yeah, so small quest for Ignis. This one's actually really easy. You can just depart. There is a battle if we were to keep going this way. As we see a very strong enemy there that we almost certainly couldn't fight at the moment without properly grinding up some very powerful spells. So we will be making our way back to the Disc of Corthus later on. I think it's Chapter 4, might be Chapter 5. So we do have other options to do that, but certainly for now, this is sort of just here just to, well, it's to give you an excuse to further explore areas of Disgaea. But also we get to see, like obviously the discs seems to be something about...
What are they doing here? Playing king of the castle.
Seems to be related to Noctis's issues with regards to his headaches and things like that.
And the game begins.
What do we do?
Show him the real king.
Okay, so we have some pretty easy enemies alongside a level 23 dude as well. So all of these guys, as usual, weak to... Okay, no, actually weak to fire, not electric. So the Maniple is like the second stage of these mechs that we've been seeing. The important thing to note about this quest is that we don't actually need to do it. We don't actually need to do this battle at all. We could just run in the car and head the other way. But where's the fun in that? Finally actually hit the right button. Okay, so we use Poncho's Gravisphere to mop up the rest of
Grotto
these
special coming up.
small guys. So that was a successful parry there, we got in, which is always nice.
All we've got.
Ooh, boy. Okay. I think we should be able to break that arm if possible.
Grotto special coming up.
It's doing a good job of just sort of whistling down this head.
Say your prayers.
Ah, lovely.
That takes care of him.
It does for the time being, at least.
Reinforcements may be on their way.
Hell yeah!
Magnificent.
So, we hitting Lestalem soon?
Stalin works for me.
Good. We've kept Iris waiting long enough.
Okay, so that's like a little continuity error there. Clearly they expect you to do this quest before heading to Lestalem. But we did it just slightly afterwards. So what we'll do is we will auto to... Let's just go straight to Lestalem. I'm fast traveling here just because we are quite low on fuel and we need to refill. Okay, so seems to be a little weird that it's not. There we go. Just
Damn, this place is hot.
Just take your shirt off.
Like you? No way.
What, too embarrassed to show your scrawny body?
Hey, I got muscle.
you just can't see it.
You just can't see it.
If you say so.
So yeah, so we're back here in Lestolum. First things first is to head to the Koenig station.
Everybody out.
And I'm wondering why it didn't actually let us do that, which is a bit interesting.
What's the forecast?
Clear skies with the temperature rising.
Nice.
There we go. So we will refuel. And doing so will then allow us to continue to make progress. I'm trying to remember if we've definitely been in that shop, so I'm just going to assume that we bought everything that we needed to at that stage.
Another scorcher. Want to pack our bags for leave and cool down there.
Okay, so we've got a fair few quests that we can take along the route to the next dungeon. The first few, we've got a bunch of hunts that we can do. There's a hunt sort of around this area, and then there's a bunch of hunts sort of going around this area. This is also where we find Dino's section and things like that. And then we'll head over to Calatane's Plunge and take on the next royal tomb. We've got a fairly busy schedule for the next sort of, imagine it'll be probably about an hour or so. So just keep an eye out for our hunt.
Everybody out.
Those wasps. I think I caught
Who's up for a hike?
Caught sight of something over there. That's good. Nope, a little further down. Never mind. Okay. So we've got Van Interrupted. We've got Dino's the quest, which I think is also that sort of way. So.
Time to go.
But our hunt is just a little ways further on.
Everybody out.
Okay, quests. Sting and anger. Okay, the other side of the road. That's fine. Although I'm a bit worried as to how we're going to get back to the road.
The color's amazing.
Ah, there they are. I was looking at the wrong side of the road the whole time.
Knocked. Overhead.
More Imperials above us. Nothing to worry about. These guys, on the other hand, might be a bit of a pain, but... So we've got some killer bees, which are weak to short swords, so standard swords and guns. So what I might do is swap to Prompto. In fact, I think Prompto is probably going to be very useful against these sort of enemies. This is that.
Seems we found what we were looking for.
The hunt is on.
Aim towards the general vicinity of Noctis and hope that it hits.
Noct, back me up.
Keep your distance.
That's cool. So
I know.
you'll actually get like sort of advice from Gladio and the like if you're playing as the other character. That's cool.
Just go, Noct!
How are we?
Getting by.
My pleasure.
So I mean, we're obviously whittling them down. It's just taking a fair while. Okay, there we go. That was cool.
What's the enemy's movements? Yep, right. Got it.
He just really wants to try and land one of these rocket launcher shots on these beams, but it is kind of silly to try to do so. Especially when using trigger happy seems to be by far the more efficient way of battling these guys.
More than we bargained for?
There we go.
Woo! Yeah, I'm beat.
Some Spiricorns, level 25. Also aggressive to us. Maybe all of the wildlife is just... Why would it have become aggroed to us though? Anyway, is there any chance in hell that we're getting up here? Probably not. Well, fuck. It's a bit annoying that we have to travel all this way on foot just because there doesn't seem to be a...
Man, that hurts.
Another headache.
This is not normal.
Okay, so we've got more Spiricorns. And we reach the parking spot. Crazily enough, it's already 6 PM, so... We're already starting to run a little low on time.
Real nice here.
Yeah.
And our buffs are already going to be running out, which is going to be a pain for the upcoming battle. There is a... We will probably stay at the camp spot there. The haven, I should say. The haven nearby where Navith is hanging out. Manual.
Time to go.
All right.
So we know that Navith's to the north. So we'll head up the Kernix bypass. And then start making our way north. So the grotto itself is just a little further south that way, but... So the dungeon, that is. But where we're heading is...
Everybody out.
This way. So you have the Wenneth Riverhead, a place where we can definitely do some fishing.
Should be a nice change of pace.
As it should be clear from the fact that Navith's going to be around here. But also, we'll have access to... both the Van Interrupted and Dino's side quest as well. As we hit Minbrum Haven. And we have some Sahagins, who are weak to ice and polearms.
How are we? Getting by. Grotto, you're up. Grotto special coming up.
It's getting a lot of critical Gravispheres.
Nice
See what rank he's getting.
No big deal.
Because it's definitely working well. So let's check. Prompto. So Gravity at level 5, so that has actually peaked out. So that's why it's now critting every single time. So we should definitely swap to something else, like Snapshots. Overwhelm is level 4. And Dawn Hammer is level 3. I'll keep Dawn Hammer for now, as we have Tempest already at level 8, which is quite nice. And we'll just continue to make progress with those.
Rock and roll.
Ooh, some rare ore. That's always nice. Prismatic and silver. So I don't know if you could literally just continually head south along the river, and in order to reach where next, you know, towards the grotto. There could be something you could do, but I'm not sure. But what we have to do is to head north. I think I'll also be fusing or using Element C for a fire spell. So let's do that. So we've already got a couple of Fandara spells, so I'll use like 40 of that. Okay, so that doesn't actually do too much in terms of improving it. You just slightly improve the healing level, so... I'm just thinking, do I want to equip something different than what we currently have? Do have a pair of Assassin's Daggers that I could use. Anyway. So we are going to run into Navith, but rather than dealing with him soon, just because we've still got our food buff running at the moment, I see no reason for us not to rudely pass by Navith and actually keep heading north. So you see some more Sahagins?
You rang? Hey! Say your prayers.
Watch where you swing that!
Apologies.
No! You're fine.
Don't mention it.
Hey! Grotto! One for posterity.
Grotto! Wake up!
Yes, sir.
Gladio was not happy there with Prompto apparently falling asleep. Or at least goofing off in the middle of battle and not doing what he should be doing. The snapshot is useful just because one obviously allows us to level up Prompto's photography skill faster, which isn't itself too important because that will level up relatively fast anyway. But what it definitely does is we see some Seadevils. So these guys are... we also see them in a quest in... I think they're in a hunt in Golden as well. Sort of similar sort of pairing of enemies with...
Look who we got here. Oh, damn it. Watch out!
And that's why we've got to be worried about Seadevils. And all of these things. Okay, they're weak to electric, they're weak to ice. Do we have anything that can do both? We have no ice at the moment. How many charges? That's 3, that was 3, cool.
How about this?
One for posterity.
Problems? I'll play it by ear.
The Empire's
Excellent.
What can I say?
Was that perfect or what?
I'll give you that.
Okay, so we've got the Empire coming in again. I have a nice little spell ready for them.
Remember, they're just as scared of us.
Boss. That is very satisfying when it works out. When you get to just demolish things with relatively high level magic. I mean, we're not even looking at really high magic. There's actually a very common, or at least a very efficient way to earn a lot of experience very quickly, is to craft what are called Expericast spells. So some of your fusion materials can actually give you spells which will in turn give you way more experience. And then if you kill enemies using those Expericast spells, you get like big multipliers to the experience you get. And that way you can very quickly level up. So there's an awful lot in the spells. It's by making the spells so powerful, they clearly wanted to sort of limit how often you could use them, and so that's why you end up with this sort of constantly needing to build them, needing to craft the spells, which you certainly is not particularly something that you might be used to, and so they kind of feel like consumables. And as anyone with consumables in a video game can tell, there's often loads of issues with that in terms of just not using them or not being sensible with your usage of them. And I know I'm very much in that. You finish big RPGs with 6,000 healing items, and it's like, well, maybe I should have used these at some point. And if If it's because, well, there was no point in using them, then your magic system's probably a bit too strong, or you need to be lessening how easily your players can earn AP. And if it's the other way around, then you can have a question on
It's all you. Got it. Whoops.
I think you failed that quite so fail. But yeah, so you know, if it's just because you're not playing it right, then how is the game not telling you how to best use its items? And a lot of that's because it's not well signposted. Because doing things like, you know, going to shops and just buying loads of curatives and things like that is not particularly.
Don't die on me.
Never miss.
You know, they're not always seen as particularly
Apologies.
good things to be doing. And you don't know when you first, especially when you first play the game. I think that's when it becomes a real, you know, a real question. Like with this game, I know certainly to a decent extent that there is an awful lot of stuff. You know, you'll do an awful lot of battles. In a lot of those battles, you're going to be injured.
Is the delivery.
And if you are injured in those battles, then you might as well just keep using the healing items that you get. Healing items in this game are dirt cheap, and you can easily afford buying tons of them.
Sure want to talk.
But then comparing that to, you know, if you play the game for the first time, you don't know if an elixir or, you know, your typical elixirs and mega ethers and things like that, are they incredibly important items that you should be saving for the final battle?
Bash some heads in. You know it. I'm in.
And frequently you won't know.
Ooh, head bashing.
You know, if you don't know how far away the last battle is, then that's another thing.
Here we are. All right, you hate bugs.
Me? Yeah. Can't stand them.
Same here. Icky.
So yeah, just a bunch of stuff to sort of, at least I think about, certainly when it comes to curatives, and that in gaming is just sort of, how do you best stop the temptation to hoard armor? As we get a Chobham Armour, which is obviously an accessory that you can use. I think it will increase your defense. I'd be very surprised if it didn't. There is one more quest that we want to do here, so I just need to highlight it. We would have found it in the end, but might as well take the easy route.
Guys, we got a little problem over here.
Cool. Good.
That's just that Sahagins. We've already
That
fought
wasn't part of the deal.
a fair number of Sahagins already, so... Okay, looks like we've got some more insects.
Get back.
You're mine.
See ya.
Hey, you think that's the delivery man?
Okay, these are two separate
These are
fights.
not the type of bad guys I like to fight.
What type do you like to fight?
None, now that you mention it.
Well, here we are.
Do it, Grotto! Oh yeah!
This is cool. Clean the glasses. Not your idea.
against those very weak bees, it's actually perfectly fine for us to just use the pistol, I think. Okay, so we found the van. Now what do I need to do?
All right, time to make a delivery.
Don't want to spoil the spoils.
Okay, so we got Prissix package. And now we might as well head back, and we will help Navith. And by help, I mean do a fishing minigame for Navith. And then probably do a bit more fishing as well, just because it's always a good idea to be refreshing your, to fish when you can and continue to boost Noctis's fishing ability. So that's the Seadevil fight.
Enemy on your left.
Got it.
So there you can see that the enemies can respawn quite quickly, which can be
Their teeth
frustrating.
can skin a fish alive. Pulling away from a bite only makes it worse.
So the moral of the story is don't get bitten.
Say your prayers.
I'll back you up.
I'm counting on it.
Gladio, do it!
That's costing the ride.
Sorry!
Get back.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Look at it!
Rush him.
Count on it.
Ah, lovely.
Completely useless.
Oh yeah.
Put it in the books.
It's history now.
Okay, so there's the fishing spot. There's Navith. Are there any... There are occasionally fishing items that you can just find on the ground around fishing spots, so it's worth just having a quick survey. Okay.
Now ain't this a coincidence? Us meeting up again. You here for the fishing? Because there's a fine prize skulking in these waters.
What prize?
The Cherrycomb Trout. You need more than a good lure to take that wily beggar.
Like what?
Timing. He only bites at dawn and at dusk. If you want to catch him, you gotta play the waiting game. You want to have a go? There's another prize in it for you.
Sure, I'm in.
That's the spirit. You ain't afraid of a challenge. That attitude will take you far.
So we probably won't be able to catch a trout at the moment because it's the dead of night. But what we will be able to do is do some other fishing, and eventually the trout will come up because we usually fish for a fair while anyway. Another item, a super baleen. So I don't know what fish we can get here. Let's have a look. That looks good as an option.
Won't get a good cast like that. Put your back into it.
Okay, so that didn't work particularly well for these guys at least. Okay. Oh, and you're clearly super interested in this. Damn it. Knew I spoke too soon. Go for it straight away now. go.
Stop
Okay.
wheeling.
A good trick with the fishing minigame a lot of the time is to watch the fish more than you watch the sort of that red and white flashing signal that's telling you what's going on.
Nice.
As we catch ourselves a chrome rainbow trout. I'm going to assume that will be our stuff that we want. So let's.
Focus!
Because if the fish is sort of leaning to the right, then often that makes more sense for you to actually chase after that one. As we get ourselves a rainbow trout. So if the fish is leaning to the right, then that's frequently the direction that you're eventually going to need to be pulling, even if the signal isn't telling you to do that. So do that early, and you'll often save yourself a lot of durability on your line.
Ease off on the reef.
What the hell was that?
Hey, check out what I got.
The main prize. He's like, Navith, look at me. Look at me, senpai.
Spool the line before it's too late.
Man, it's got a 477, that'll be fine.
Oh, goodness.
Wow.
You did good.
Obviously, another good reason to do this is that you will get ingredients. Good ingredients, indeed, for various, Ignis recipes. There was a fish interested there.
Great. More small fry.
Yeah.
Hey, the small fry are sometimes just as important.
Not feeling ambitious.
Focus!
What the hell was that?
Nice.
Oh.
We just keep reeling in the Cherrycomb Trout at the moment. Wonder what that rare one is in the blue. Why don't we try a different one just to see?
I was hoping to see something epic. A mortal struggle between man and fish.
Turn the rod to wood!
You're fishing up a storm.
Okay, this is going to be a lot tougher. Gotta be careful with this one. Come in! Yes, with only 68 durability.
Great job, Knocked.
Who are you? An Argus salmon. So obviously being a blue one, that means
time for a
it
new line,
is
ain't it?
not edible. So you don't get... Obviously there we got a salmon fin as our prize as opposed to...
Man, isn't there anything big here?
As opposed to like a salmon fillet. But still, we got the rare fish. This is first time I've caught, definitely the first time I've ever caught an Argos salmon. So that's just another one of these fish that we can add to Noctis's growing repertoire, growing list of successful catches. Okay.
Oh, you're on fire!
So I think we'll get a couple more and then we'll be done.
Can't you hook something like boss level?
Okay. Got some interest here.
Beginner's luck.
Now Ignis, that's a bit catty.
Nice.
Okay, so we get a sandy dace. And yeah, I think we'll try once more.
What? Can't you catch us something bigger?
Talk about backseat fishing.
Lost interest.
Time to move up from Little League, don't you think?
Talk about backseat fishing.
Do we have anything for Dace? No. Anyway, well, I think that's absolutely fine. I'm happy to quit from there. I'll have a quick chat with Navith, and then we will go stay at the Haven. I might also do some training at the Haven.
I got the trout.
So you did. So you did. Here then, this is for you.
You're giving me a rod?
Not just any rod either. Your fishing world just got bigger, my boy. Good luck with it. You got real talent. So keep up the practicing. Keep on improving.
Just fishing daddy, giving us all the important information. And we get a butterfly edge.
That old man's one generous guy.
Yeah? Who gives away rods like that?
Guess I have no choice but to use it.
The joy of meeting a fellow enthusiast can't be underestimated.
Indeed, Ignis. Indeed.
We're here.
So the main thing that we want to, the main reason why I'm coming back is I want to get a food buff ahead of the next dungeon, and also because we've got a bunch of hunts as well that we're going to be doing just before the dungeon that I think would also be a good idea for us to take on. Okay, I don't remember if we've already done this one or not, so we might as well give it a go. Weak to machinery and lightning. I think it's tough. That seems a bit unfair. That we can just sort of completely murk Gladio with huge high-level magic. Okay, so Gladio, now he's not weak to electric, just weak to machinery. Ignis, on the other hand, slowly makes its way around. Ignis is weak to shields, so let us deal with that accordingly. I rarely use shields in actual combat, so it'll be interesting to see how this works.
Well, here we are.
Ignis. Machinery is a lot early. Yeah. It's just got a lot longer wind up in terms of the combat. So we shall try once more.
Let's do this. Right.
Balls.
Whose side are you on?
Sorry.
Want some?
I was definitely holding square for that. Maybe because I was poisoned.
That all you got, Knocked?
A whole lot more where that came from.
It might be because I was poisoned.
Sure. Yeah.
Please stop swapping to Gladiator. Yeah, I think the fact that I've given Ignis some poisoning daggers is
Charmless.
not helping.
Nice one. Call me that from now on.
I'm just doing this just because it does up the damage that we do, ever so slightly. 600 damage just from that though. Part of the problem. But it seems like if I'm very aggressive with Ignis, then he really struggles, which is good. Ah! But it's about dealing with them both at the same time, which I'm struggling with. I wonder how well the Royal Arms work. Just as something that I'm a lot more used to. There we go. Yeah, those. He has poisoned me. Yeah. I don't know what happened. Don't quite know what happened there with the circular saw. But that was not an attack that was in any way controlled or sensible. So. Let's hold it.
Try this on for size.
Okay, so you can't... I can't warp strike with machinery. Good to know. I wonder if I can counter strike with machinery. He moves really quickly, and the machinery just isn't, has too long of a wind-up for my liking.
Let's do this. Right. Shut up.
Okay, I was 100% trying to dodge that, but I guess it was an auto
That all you got?
move you can't dodge.
A whole lot more where that came from.
Come on, we got to get this sorted. I want to do this without just using magic, but I feel like... Because I feel like if I do use magic, it's just going to massively... Let's use that. And rather than that, let's see if we can use the auto crossbow. Nope. I'm holding square, but it's not dodging.
Up for more?
I think that early poison is again really not good. See, I don't know. If I de-equipped them with stuff, would that actually help? Gear. Okay, I can't do it from here. That makes sense. That was me attacking Gladio when I wanted to attack Ignis. That's it. Everyone's struggling with fire now. Okay, that does work. Miss. That didn't go well.
up for more?
Ah, dear. Okay. I didn't actually mean to click retry that time, but we are going to retry. We're going to try and win this.
Want some?
There we go. The problem is Gladio likes to sort of just stand in the middle and does a good job of just sort of... Oh, of course he's somehow getting through my shield, which is very annoying.
Guess I slipped up there.
Set yourself up for a fall, more like.
No, but he does just have daggers. So I don't know why. How's he poisoning me? Guess the other thing I can do is to equip my other one of those. Gives me minus 80 to my defense, so I'm massively weaker, but I'm also much stronger. So I do a lot more damage, but will take a lot more damage. Tell you what, Gladio's got a great shield, doesn't he? So if I give him that. You can have the kite shield. It's going to be fun when Prompto joins in and this becomes a 3-on-1 that I can't do. Okay, that's doing massive amounts of damage. Ridiculous amounts of damage. Whoa.
Try this.
Yeah, that was stupid. Come on, heal me.
Thanks.
Yeah, like I said, do massive amounts of damage, take massive amounts of damage. I let Ignis get in a really good lick in there. Okay, come on. I'm just going to ignore the fact that Gladio is weak to machinery. this is down. What? How is he attacking me so quickly and with such little...
Up for more.
I'd like absolutely no time to try and deflect that whatsoever. Gladio's getting serious. Clearly.
Well, here we are.
Yeah, that just... absolutely no... I thought that would stun him, I'll be honest.
Is that all you got, Noct?
A whole lot more where that came from.
It did not stun him at all. Again, I just need to avoid using the machinery, it's too slow.
Want some?
Dodging that. I was also definitely dodging that. There seems to be a big delay in certain things, which is very frustrating. The combat is definitely not my favourite part of the game, it must be said, which is weird to say in a game that is, you know, a huge amount of combat, it must be said. But there's just something about it where it feels quite floaty. Stop. Of course, but Gladio manages to land some mega hit from me from behind. I will do this! Even if it takes me the rest of this episode, I will complete this further. If I need to push Ignis off the frickin' haven, I will. Okay, there we go, it's down. It's probably because I think there's a... It almost like feels like you should be... You should be holding down circle to deal with attacks. And I think also it's just a case that your enemies often do not react like they've taken damage.
Want some?
Oh, please. Of course, he
Is
just
that all you got, Noct?
keeps bringing out that move, and it's very annoying. At the moment, it seems like I can't take Gladio down quick enough. Like, ideally, he would just keep giving me lots and lots of sort of things to carry. Because the blocks I can do. Okay, I can retort those. That's good. Yeah. Is that only happening after he throws it? Or what? I did massive amounts of damage to him with one retort from the machinery. So that's the plan. I say retort, I mean parry. What? Why did they... From off screen.
Up for more.
Well, it wasn't quite from off screen, but it felt like it was from off screen.
No mercy.
Did he just knock Ignis? I was about to say, if he knocked Ignis out, that would be pretty brutal.
Guess I slipped up there.
Okay,
Set yourself up for a fall, more
so what we're saying, Gladio has two main sort of one-hit kill strikes. One is his sort of leap up in the air and do 6,012s before attacking, and that one where he sort of approaches quite deliberately with his shield, like that,
Want some?
and will deliver a downward hit.
Sorry.
Go on. He's poisoned me, which is annoying. So that does a good amount of damage, and then he hits me really quickly.
Up for more.
I don't know if that's like a range thing, maybe if it's within a certain range. Because that isn't a one-hit kill, it's just a parryable one, but it's such a short time to parry, it's quite ridiculous. At least it feels quite ridiculous. Wait, what? Did that do damage to me? Or was that from me? I don't know why that didn't kill me, like it's done literally every other time, but... Ouch. Is it when I've got my back turned to him?
Want some?
Yeah, he's doing it. Okay, he does those two in a row. And he does that after he gets parried. Okay. Learning, but too slow.
That all you got, Knocked?
So if he throws and he's in range, he'll quite often do the that very quick one. And if you get him down after an attack, he also tends to do it as well. Yeah, I mean, I already took like 400 damage from like the first hit. Like at the start, I'm really concentrating on what Gladio's doing. I'm trying to work out what sort of, like, because he throws, and then it'll be, what does he do next? Something I can parry. Great. You okay, Ignis? Damn it. I know that happens. Come on. If you parry him after that, he's going to launch into one of those attacks. Yes! Finally! Hoorah! I think we spent, what was that? Probably like 20, 30 minutes on that? Jesus. But we did it. That's what matters. Okay, we're gonna camp.
I'm all sticky and gross.
Woohoo! Bath time!
Don't know where you're taking a bath. Probably in the little river just down the side. Okay, so here we are, I'm in Broomhaven. Bang. Okay, so last time we had the spicy longbones. This time we're going to have the burly bean bowl. Or maybe Prompto's getting all those crits because he had his favourite meal. I should have seen that coming. That makes sense. A lot more sense. Okay, attack by 40, HP by 300. So good boosts for us. 8,000 is a nice chunk of experience as well. Everyone goes up 2 levels. Noctis's fishing is going to increase because also being able to catch those rarer fish also will obviously give us bonuses. I like how Prompto's aimed to try to get the car in the same shot as the battle there.
This place really grew on me.
That's quite a cool evening one.
Why is your face so fat?
I'm not fat. Selfies make it look that way.
I see him everywhere.
Okay, then we got Noctis fishing. And that's okay. So you've got to try and tactically use Prompto selfie in order to exactly when all the action is going on, just at the right time. Okay, excellent.
Feeling refreshed.
Well, the tent lets you stretch out a bit more.
And the funny thing is that by spending so long training and losing repeatedly, it actually ended up being quite working out quite nicely in terms of time. Okay. I was going to collect that ice energy, but
Enemy on your left.
Got it.
I think for now we will focus on heading back to where we need to be. Because we've done fishing, we've done side quests. The next thing to do is a couple of hunts, I believe, that are located down near where we're heading in terms of Calatane's Plunge.
Let's hit it.
Get that U-turn out. And so this time we'll head a little bit further south. And it's pretty much just where the road crosses, I think. Because you should come up to a bridge. And there is actually a store here as well that we can check out.
So how about a breather?
We'll continue. Okay, so we've got another caravan, so another place to stay. So we get a Deadly Water Sahagin, so another... So a couple of fishing items there. Some motor oil, but we've already got some better motor oil, isn't that right? According to Cindy. So, Zoo of Ravito ranging further afield. Could the agitated avian be seeking a mate? The zoo is the big bird that we saw back in, I think both in Chapter 1 and in Chapter 2. It's the one that you sort of sneak by when you go help Dino.
Then give it a try.
This will go straight to my belly, huh?
No doubt about it.
Hello and welcome.
Okay, so what items do we have here? So we've got a whole bunch of
Thank you kindly.
auto parts, namely 5 discs worth of Final Fantasy XI music, which is quite cool. And so yeah, more chances to buy different. I mean, they're only 50 gil, so. Buy all of the different lures for fishing. Okay, and now that we're done in here, I think we should be able to... A debased silver piece. So yeah, so we're currently here. We're heading towards Calatane's Plunge, which is located just over there.
Better make tracks. Ignis, we're going.
On my way.
I'm hoping we're going to be able to do the hunts. It may well be that they only turn out at night, but even that shouldn't be too much of a problem, because we should find that if they're only available at night, then when we finished with this dungeon, we should be able to pop back out and pretty much immediately deal with those quests as well. And thinking about it, I think one of them did involve bombs, so it may well involve things that we can only do at night.
Man, that hurts.
Another headache.
This is not normal.
But there's definitely one of our hunts down there. Looks like Sahagin.
Seems we
Was this Avenge the Anglers? Well, they're not quite Sahagin, they're Albinogin. Because they're albino Sahagins. We took shields, okay.
Ready for this?
You ready? Gotcha!
Ignis, ready.
Okay!
Grotto.
Time for a Prompto special!
Impressive. Takes 2. Killed.
duly noted.
Quite the formidable Gladio. Nice work, Gladio.
What's the idea?
Apologies.
Pronto, you're up.
How are we?
Getting by.
One for posterity.
Okay, so we shouldn't have any problems here. There we go.
Something to look forward to.
All right, we're done here.
So we take care of the Sahagin. And I think if we head to the end over here, there's a treasure, which I think is a dynamo. If my memory serves me correct. It is a dynamo. So dynamo is obviously one of the items that Sid requests for us in order for us to boost the, in order for us to upgrade one of our weapons.
Above us! Thanks.
That is a Midgard Zorma, and we are nowhere near level to face him. So we've got some shield shears. We've already faced these guys before. Weak to guns and face.
This one's no joke. Focus.
Okay, not too bad.
Woo. Yeah. I'm beat.
Time for some well-earned R&R.
I hope that Midgard
That's
Zorma
it.
is
What's
trying
what?
to take out
Come up
the
with a new recipe.
trying to take out the Imperial
Taste
soldiers.
test for you.
That'd be quite amusing. Okay, so we get some sheer turmeric. And we'll be able to make our way up here.
Cut it out, man.
So Calatane's Plunge is the name of the waterfall. We get a Mega Phoenix from down there.
The legend says look behind the waterfall.
What does the waterfall say?
I think it says come in.
As any good game should have, it should have a secret behind a waterfall. It's well known, as we find another little bit for our Datalog. So, Greyshire Glacial Grotto, fabled waterfall cave, tucks away behind Calatane's Plunge. The waters spilling forth from Loch Thriassess, concealed congealed caverns whose winding halls have vexed many an adventurer hoping to plumb their depths. A legendary sword connected to the royal family is said to slumber within the recesses of the cave, but its existence has not yet been confirmed. Although countless hunters have attempted to follow up on these rumours, the monstrous Midgard Zorma slithering around outside the grotto has served as a strong deterrent. That's the big snake. That, yeah, is a good reason to not be around here.
Wouldn't you know it? An entrance.
Looks like the legend checks out.
Okay, so we hit the Greyshire Glacial Grotto, which is our
This place
next
gives me goosebumps.
dungeon.
Double back for our coats?
What's the point? Little Jill won't kill you.
Well, looking on the bright side, maybe the cold keeps the demons at bay?
Yeah, because monsters like warmth.
Ah, sarcasm. But what if they're frozen?
Encased in ice.
And there's our warm welcome.
Okay, so we got some flan. As ever, Flan are generally more annoying than dangerous to us at this point, especially being
Sorry about that.
much lower level.
Down a slippery slope in slip-sliding shoes. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay.
Whoa!
Down we go. Say your prayers. You things love deep pits. Let's get it over with. See ya!
These imps are annoying with their sort of more ranged attacks and things like that. Just going to check, see if we have anything that they might be weak to. Weak to daggers and firearms. Actually, it's pretty okay.
Let's roll! That would be so much.
So is that everything?
Oh, I got an ice cream headache. Without the ice cream.
I mean, that is tragic.
Let's go.
Yep.
It's a little frustrating that we couldn't make our way around there. It may well be that it loops round further up. So we might as well just keep making forward progress.
I really hope we didn't come here for nothing.
Sure, there's something if we look.
Rusted bit. So another place where you can find rusted bits, which, as you said, you could use
Really?
to upgrade one of your weapons. Ether. So I imagine heading this way is going to loop back around, if we can. And there seems no reason not to loop back around. We might have some small fights to do along this way, but we are definitely over-leveled for this section of the game, so there shouldn't be too much that scares us.
Eyes peeled, mouth closed.
Ah, Ronin. Okay. He could be pretty scary.
Hey, where'd you learn that one, Noct?
So yeah, Ronins, they have the sort of samurai type enemies. They generally have access to insta-kill moves, if I remember correctly. So we do just need to be careful.
You okay, Spectre? I'm fine.
But there we go. Seemed like he killed Prompto again. And I only have... Do I really only have one
Can I
Phoenix
say?
down? That's not good. Okay, so if we head up this way, what are we going to come across? We get an ammonite fossil.
Wah!
Again, if we go this way, debased coin. Okay. It's nothing too exciting, but worth the side trip, if only just to see a new enemy type. And to have it kill Prompto multiple times. That obviously isn't a good thing. Okay, so this takes us all the way down. And we have an
Stay on your feet!
Let it be done.
that attack there actually has not a lot of the spider attack where it swings across does not have a large window to parry at all. Okay, I mean I can use Element C. Actually, we've got way more fire spells than we do lightning, so... And then, what do we want? Let's Quint cast, Tricast, Dual cast. And then here, let's... Yeah, might as well get it up to level 99 on the 2 chain, so there we go. Okay, so we should be able to loop back around, I imagine, if there is an item just there. Looks like that this way might take us back around. That is a sliding path that we... Okay, we can't access there, can't drop down. Okay, just more flat.
Never fear. Here. Stop not.
What can I say? Not too bad.
Onward.
Right.
Okay, just a potion. And then yeah, so if we just quickly head back up this way. Is there something for us?
Your tips just got frosted, dude.
Really? How's it look?
A carbon angle. So I think that's another one of these HP boosting items. Speaking of items, we haven't really... What have we got? Fencer's Anklet, which just increases that by a bunch. We thought... So we've got HP plus 200. Increase HP rate. Oh, offense is accurate is defense, sorry. Amulet increases magic. Chobham Armour increases ballistic damage, resistance to ballistics damage, which is interesting. Okay, well in that case I'm quite happy to keep with where we are. Something that I do need to remember is that we can, I believe, use Ascension to equip more than one item at some point. Yeah, so that's equipped to accessories. That's worth getting for everyone as well. That's Noctis equipped 3. Okay, so that's just boosting all stats pretty much of everyone, starting off with HP and then moving up. I see no reason why not to. So, check a bonus. Increase effects from staying at catch. AP for catching fish. Ah, I should have got that way earlier. Gain experience for catching fish. Double the items from fishing. That could be useful at a later point. Okay, so we got some stuff with Libra, 12 and 48. 12's very cheap. Magic. And then recovery. So there should be one here that allows us... There's quite a lot here that are actually not that expensive, so we might want to hang around on the recovery set just for a little bit. Anyway, so... more items.
The Prince of Pain.
Yep. Nothing to it.
All in a day's work.
Okay, so we get a fossil shell.
Let's move.
We can also head around this way. If there's anything worth picking up. A star pendant again. We've got a fair few of those now.
Half talk. Time for some action. What to do? You're on fire today.
No big deal.
Okay, yeah, I mean those imps aren't too bad. Okay, so we need to head back round and then we will shimmy across. That's the way that we will be able to make progress. So we can shimmy across here.
Watch your step.
No more slip-ups.
Okay. Got some fire energy to pick up.
Well, this is new.
You can say that again.
Well, this seems perfectly
Focus on
safe.
walking. I didn't. Oh, I didn't see that coming.
Oops, I did not mean to fall back down, but oh well. We have already been here.
Back to it.
Right.
Nothing turned up.
Did you double check?
Triple checked.
Then we're done.
Where to next? Came to a dead end.
And you find anything?
Nothing but ice.
Cool.
If I may.
Don't ask.
Yep, we're lost.
Don't answer.
Don't know where we came from, don't know where we're going.
Not good to throw anything down.
Now imagine you were using a gun. Here I am!
Grotto!
Are we alright?
Getting by.
Got it!
Watch out!
Stay down!
None the worse for wear.
Bring on the next one.
Not a fan of mushy desserts. Nothing to it.
Temper, temper.
So, the glaive is through here?
Most likely.
Let's see for ourselves.
Time to...
Yeah.
I can do this team check.
Let's go.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
We're catching cold.
So here we go. I'm freezing. Oh, what I wouldn't give for a hot bowl of soup. Soup. We're almost there. We gotta be, right?
Hey. Knock, knock. Well, can it ever be easy?
Never.
Where's the fun in that? Don't die on me. Grotto's barely in.
I think he finally snapped. Does this mean we can go back outside? Oh, lucky day! Look what we have here. Awesome.
So, we found yet another door.
Let's get this over with.
As you wish.
I was hoping you'd say that.
No luck. Guess we'll need another key.
The key question is, where do we look?
Noct, you okay?
What did I... Where was that?
What is it?
A hole in the ground. Something burning. The meteor?
You saw the Disc of Corthis.
Let's make our way back to Lestalem.
Yeah, gotta report to Talcott.